Hi everyone, my name is John Garbutt of the Museum of the American Railroad, a Director of Programs and Services, and today I want to talk to you about a North Texas Giving Day. But before I get into that, I want to say thank you to everybody who's watching and will watch this, and everybody who's helped us get this far, and thank you to everybody who will help us get even further with our project. And first, what is North Texas Giving Day? It's an annual day designed as a public awareness, and it's a fundraising day for North Texas nonprofits. Last year, people in all 50 states and across the globe donated $26.3 million to North Texas Giving Day. Well, it's next Thursday, September 17th, from 6 a.m. to midnight. And where is North Texas?
We lost connection. I think we're back now. Yep.
Okay.
It happens
back
a lot.
live. All right.
I think, yeah. Hold on.
Okay. Can anybody hear us out there?
If you can hear us, let us know.
Like the Bruce Springsteen song, is anybody live out there? The technical difficulties, folks. We're trying this out for the first time, and so again, thanks for watching this. And today we're really here to talk about a North Texas Giving Day, which is an annual date designed for public awareness and for donating money to North Texas nonprofits. And next Thursday, September 17th, from 6 a.m. to midnight is the giving window. And what you do for North Texas Giving Day is you would log on to northtexasgivingday.org, and you can type in the search window Museum of the American Railroad to bring up our page for donating. And we know that when it comes to donating money, we all have causes that are very dear to our hearts that we like to donate to. And kind of what I want to tell you about today is why donating to us is very important. We're a not-for-profit museum, and we rely heavily on donations from viewers like yourself, and grants and foundations that support us. And we've relocated here to Frisco recently from Dallas, and we have a very massive project that we're undertaking. And just to kind of give you viewers an idea of what's next and to where your money would be going, kind of using this graphic here from Lunsford Associates that kind of shows our site and what our grand plans are. And just recently, a couple of weeks ago, we received enough railroad ties to lay about 2,500 feet of exhibition track, which you can see here on the graphic will be tracks 8, 7, and 6. And we need to find the proper fill, we need piping, get utilities in, and then we can start laying these tracks. And again, as I always like to convey to visitors to the museum, we all love the city of Frisco. It's a huge growing town. There's lots of great things coming, like the $5 billion mile, Cowboys, the new headquarters, and those are all, a lot of, for-profit companies. And being a non-for-profit here, again, we rely on donations from visitors to really make this happen. And this is, for us, it's a real multi-year project that goes in phases, just as, donations come in. And we're really looking forward to, over the fall and winter, getting these tracks laid, then all the walkways here for our facility, and then laying the rest of the exhibition tracks, walkways, and then eventually we'll have a shed that'll cover the exhibition tracks and to protect our equipment for its historic value. I saw a couple questions popping up on your phone. Is there a way you can access those?
No one so far has asked any questions. We had a few people say hi.
Okay.
And I guess just, you've explained some of the hopes that we have for the museum, and just kind of, I guess, tell them what they could hope to see, or coming here just in general for right now. What do we have?
And kind of what we're doing now on our interim basis, where I'm talking to you, it's the Frisco Heritage Museum. It's a shared space between us and the city museum here. And we have some exhibit space here where I'm standing, and we're about probably a little over half a mile north of where our future site is. You can see here, this is a Cotton Gin Road in the Frisco Discovery Center. And just kind of due to our current situation, we're doing tours on Thursdays at 1 o'clock, Saturdays at 11 and 1 o'clock, and it's about a 45-minute to hour walking tour where we take people down to our property and look at all of our equipment, kind of hear the mechanical, historical significance of it, and just kind of talk about our plans when we're out there. And if you're interested in doing one of these walking tours, you would come here to the Frisco Heritage Museum on a page street next to Babe's Chicken. And tickets are $7 per adult, $3 per child. And kind of what to expect on a tour is you would purchase your ticket here in the Heritage Museum, and then we all kind of drive down from the Heritage Museum about right here, and we meet and park in front of the Frisco Discovery Center, use one of our side gates for entrance. And the tours, I do let people know it's still fairly hot out there. Bring bottled water, wear tennis shoes, because it's kind of like going to a rail yard right now before you really get it developed out into exhibition and museum form. And so you have to really kind of have the ability to stand on your feet for about an hour and walk along and on the actual rail beds for a little bit. We do climb into, maybe 2 or 3 of the train cars that are on display. And in the future, as we get these exhibition tracks out with nice paved, smooth surfaces, we'll have a lot more of our cars accessible for visitors. Kind of the main thing we need is, utilities that I mentioned earlier, because we'll be able to, for instance, build, a 19, we'll just say teens to 40s, period heavyweight sleeping car train, passenger train, and we'll be able to enter in one car, walk through a few of them, and disembark here after going through 3 or 4 cars. And we need electricity because we keep a lot of our car windows blacked out to keep the sun out so we don't deteriorate the interiors. So right now it's kind of like a behind the scenes look. This is our message. This is why we've come to Frisco, what we have here, and just to give people an idea of what our museum will be in the future. And it is a really ambitious plan that we're having. And again, I always like to stress to visitors why visitors like you, viewers like you, we really exist and grow due to your generosity, because we're non-for-profit and we kind of just grow as quickly as the funds come in. I know a lot of visitors are ready for the short term for it to be built, but we also look at it as a long-term project. It took about 50 years to kind of outgrow our space in Dallas, and we're going from 2 acres to about a 14-acre tract here, so it's a real big jump, but it's for the preservation and saving this history for the way people used to travel extensively before our interstates and jet commercial air began to emerge in the 50s and 60s. And who knows, we also, part of our museum and our education programs, are talking about the future of railroading and what we may have here, like in Texas with all the talk about the high-speed rail between the DFW area down to Houston. And that's things that are exhibitions. And this museum, this is what we want it to look like. It's based on Boston's North Union Station, built in the 1890s, and kind of what we're building here in our whole museum in the future. It's really going to be that immersion experience for the visitor, the taste, the sounds, the smells, the hustle and bustle of a rail station, which was usually the center of activity in every city. And we really want to give that experience to visitors, because anybody who's really been born since the 1970s, they don't know what this is like. They know what it's like to go to an airport, but we want to give people that experience and education of what it was like to go to a rail station during the golden age of rail travel. And Amelia, if you want to kind of just pan with your phone here, this is the 2nd floor in the Frisco Heritage Museum. We have a few exhibits in here, and kind of in our plans for the future, this will be our indoor location while we raise the funds and to get all the exhibition tracks built, and then start working on the capital campaign for the main museum building. This will be our indoor headquarters for the next couple of years or so, and kind of our plans are to expand our exhibit space in here to give visitors more of an experience and more exhibitions of artifacts and photos and some interactive stuff for the children. And that's kind of what we're planning and working on now. And then eventually we'll all move down the street to Cotton Gin Road when we get everything built out over the next few years. And I just want to say thank you again for watching this. It's North Texas Giving Day. It's September 17th, next Thursday from 6 a.m. to midnight. It's at northtexasgivingday.org. You can also go to historictrains.org, our webpage, to learn more about us. And I always like to say, just please pass this along to anybody who you think is interested in this subject matter, or who just likes to give in general, because a lot of this is public awareness about who we are, why we're here, and how everybody can help us realize our dream and build this a great place in the great city of Frisco. And thanks for watching.
And before we go, you can find us on Twitter at Historic Trains. We're on Facebook, Museum of the American Railroad, and also Instagram now. Please follow us. We're trying to post pictures. It's at Historic Trains as well, same as our Twitter. Find us there, share, like, interact with us. We are here to bring you the best train experience. Thank you guys for watching.